Thank you, President Dini. So welcome to Surabaya Heroes Toastmaster meeting. Thank you for taking your time to join our meeting to learn together with us in today's meeting. All right. So thank you, President Dini. So welcome to Surabaya Heroes Toastmaster. All right. Sorry for slight technical issue. Well, today's meeting, we are going to have, as usual, we are going to have three different sessions. The first is double topic session, and also followed by the prepared speech session, and lastly, the evaluation session. And for today's meeting is, as you might already know, today's meeting theme is a silver lining. So as we might think that there is always hopes, there is always things that we can learn from any difficulties, any hurdles that we are facing in our day-to-day life. So basically keep having a right mindset, a great mindset in any situation that we have. For today's meeting, I will host this meeting with and will be held with a team. And as usual in Toastmaster, everything is evaluated. I would like to welcome the general evaluator to introduce her team. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Dini. You are muted. Toastmaster Dini, you are muted.
Sorry. All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Koirul. So as the general evaluator, I will supervise the whole meeting. Of course, I will not do it alone. For today, I have an amazing team, which is that will help me with today's meeting. I will start first with our grammarian. Our grammarian now is, I think this one is the most wanted guest because he has a good English skill, and we are proud to have him today. Please help me welcome soon to be Toastmasters. I hope very soon, Sigit.
Thank you so much. What an introduction from you, Dini. Have I been wanted before? I feel like I'm a criminal. So I'm your grammarians for today. Oh my God, my tongue is sleeping because it's been a while since I speak in front of people. Of course, in virtual meeting in front of you. As a grammarian, of course, I will evaluate your linguistic aspects such as your grammar performance, your pronunciation performance, and also I will try to find out something new about the language, of course, something that we're not quite familiar with, especially new words, the use of idioms, phrases, and etc. So don't worry, it's not quite an, like, what is it, like educational session? No, it's not like that. It's more like something more relaxed, something that will tell you more insight about what we have learned, what we have, of course, something that you have performed, and how it will give us more knowledge about how it gives knowledge and insights, especially when it comes to language itself. So can I share my screen right now to explain further about my my session? Okay, right. All right, so the first one. Okay, wait a minute. So, all right, today's theme is a silver lining, of course. As you can see there, I've got a quite compelling picture on the background there, an astronaut with the light, like comes from the window. Of course, before I continue to explain my session, first of all, I would like to tell you about our today's word of the day. So we have this one. Okay, before I explain or before I try to pronounce this word, Can someone help me how to pronounce it properly, maybe, please?
Buoyancy.
Okay.
Yes, buoyancy.
Maybe. All right. So actually, it's quite tricky to pronounce because we've got lots of vowels there. It is pronounced buoyancy. Buoyancy. So we've got combination of at least three vowels there, or bo, or and almost like kind of a. So that's why it's quite tricky. I know. And buoyancy means an optimistic and cheerful disposition, which means it gives us like a spirit, how to get up, how to be determined and encouraged to keep, to keep ourselves up within a difficult situation, something like that. So that is our word of the day. I hope you can use it as many as possible because I'm gonna make a calculation for the use of buoyancy. And you can just show your clapping hands if someone says buoyancy just like this, or maybe you can show that clapping sticker available on that Zoom. So my session is divided into three parts. The first part is how is Thai grammar. Maybe for those who have met me, for those who have been familiar with my layout, is quite familiar with my layout here. So the first one is about grammar, of course. The second part, seashells, which is about pronunciations, of course. And the last part is you and I are on the same team, in which it will show you the some creative use, such as the phrases, new words, and idioms that might be performed during the whole meeting. So that's it for me. Thank you so much. Back to you, Dini.
Thank you, Sigit. Okay, now the second.
Okay, wait. How about us? Sebentar. I think I lost my. Where is it? Oh my goodness.
The stop sharing button. I can help you stop if you want
Yeah.
to. All right. Yes.
Yes. Please help me
Okay.
to stop. Right.
Thank you,
I missed it.
Okay,
Sorry.
thank you, Toastmaster Lisa. Thank you, Sigit. Now, our next in my team is this young lady work in a tax department, and she is our secretary. Please help me welcome our accountant, Toastmaster Zahara.
Yeah, thank you, GE. So, hello everyone. My name is Zahara, and I'm the accountant for this meeting. So, my job is basically is to note every single filler sound, such as and filler words such as so and yeah, and so that you will be more aware when you're speaking and become a better speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zahara. And the third, of course, when we want to make our speech effective, we need to pay attention to the time duration. And for that, I will put all on our timer, Toastmaster Raden, to explain more. Toastmaster Raden?
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Dini. And as a timer, I will help all the speaker to manage your speech, duration of your speech. And I will give a virtual background, such this green. If you see my background green, it means that you are able to stop your speech. And then when you see the yellow, it means that you are able to sum up your speech. And then if you see the red background, it means that you need to stop. You have 30 seconds to finish your speech. And for the report, I will give directly after you finish your speech in the chat box Zoom. Yeah, that's all from me. Good luck with your speech for all participants. Back to you, Dini.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Raden. And the last one, of course, to appreciate your hard work, we will do some vote later on. And for that, I will ask our ballot counter and none other of our lovely Vice President of Education, Toastmaster Lisa, to explain more.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's really nice to see you here. And today I'm serving as a ballot counter. So after the end of the session, let's say after table topic session, we will send the link to the chat box and then you can start polling based on the link given. And the next session, the prepared speech and evaluators, we will also send another link for you to vote. So I'll give the report back at the end of the session, as long as the certificate to appreciate your hard work for today. That's all.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Lisa. Besides all those great people, I also will be helped by the individual evaluator. We have we have 4 amazing evaluator today, and their feedback are helpful for us to increase elevate our skill in public speaking. And at the end of the meeting, the last session on evaluation, I will report the whole noted from our meeting. I think that's all from me. Back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Koiro.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dini, for explaining the evaluation session and also introducing your team. Thank you very much. Well, now, for the next session, we'll begin, as I mentioned earlier in the beginning of today's meeting, and also as stated in the agenda, so we are going to proceed to the next session, which is the table topic session. And in this session, everyone is allowed to partake in this session and to join in the impromptu speech. And this session will be led by Toastmaster Lisa. And I'll just give the baton to Toastmaster Lisa. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Lisa.
All right, so good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's me again. So basically, I'm a double agent. So I also serve as table topic master for today. And according to our theme, it is a silver lining. So there's always hope or positive message amidst the bad situations. Well, unlike any other table topic, today we are going to have very special table topic sessions. And of course, this session is meant to this session is meant to help you to improve your critical thinking and also your creative thinking at the same time. So, well, I would explain what we are going to do in this session. So basically, just not like any other session where you are given questions and also quotes to interpret. Today, we are going to do turning bad news into good one. Is it challenging? I'm pretty sure it is, but it's going to be very fun. So if you are going to try this, make sure to write down your name on the chat box. I need 6 volunteers. All right, so you can start typing. I know you're very excited. Well, no worries. I'm going to give you 6 situations, and it also includes the hints actually here. So number 1, we have COVID-19, 2, Avengers, 3, Big Boss, 4, cool aliens, 5, romantic wedding, and 6, happy campers. So for the first speaker, you're going to have this privilege to choose the number and also the phrase. Well, actually for all speakers. So can I call the first speaker already? Let me see the chat. Anyone's actually typing down? I'm sorry, I cannot see the chat. Where is it?
Burona
Toastmaster
said,
Rona.
Toastmasters Rona. All right, Toastmasters Rona, which number would you like to try?
Big Boss.
Okay, Big Boss. Oops, sorry. Let me try. Okay. So, Toastmasters Rona, you are a leader in a company. I think it relates so much to you, right? I'm sorry. Can you see the sentence, by the way?
Yes.
Because it's blocked here, so I'm not sure. All right. So you're a leader in a company and you have to announce to your employees that the company has gone bankrupt. Well, for this session, you can just add your own reason. You can just add your own solution. It's up to you. But the main task here, the main challenge is you're going to turn this into a good news, or at least find something positive in this announcement. All right, Toastmasters Rona, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, Toastmasters Rona, the screen is yours.
Dear fellow colleague, my friends, we have been together working for a few years, and we all feel like a family, a team. We spend so many hours together. But I really apologize that we have to give you bad news, that our company has no more money, the business is not profitable, and it's going bankrupt. From our perspective as employees, we always see the coin, the same face of the coins, whether it's head or tail. It really depends on how we perceive this bad news. For me, to encourage you to have positive mind always. Actually, this one can be good news for us. The first, for all of us, we will get severance pay. So you can start having your saving, or you want to pay your debt. And second, trust that God planned the best for you. So if you have been thinking of moving to another job, or being an entrepreneur, or being an investor, this is your time. Because I've seen a lot of people actually succeed and become very successful people, very rich, from something which they think was bad news. So take advantage of the situation. You will get some money from severance, make a good use of it, and achieve your dream. I believe we all, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, when we meet again, we will all be successful, and we are grateful that we faced the situation that we got basically severe by the company. So the best of luck, and see you in 20 years at the top. Back to TTN.
Wow, thank you very much, Bu Rona. I think, right, this situation somehow can relate so much with you because you're a leader in a company, right? And then I feel that it's really a good thing, because not only that you mentioned that things are going to end, but it's also the beginning of something new, right? Now you give us like very wise leader, a very wise advice. Thank you very much for your table topic today. And I will invite the next speaker, which is Toastmasters Bia. All right. So which one would you like to choose for the your topic?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, I guess. It's a bit choppy, but I still can hear you.
Maybe I can be moved to the next speaker. Like, let me be the last speaker, because my signal right now is not that good.
Oh,
Like, I can be
okay.
shifted to the last row.
All right, it's all right. So I'll just call the next speaker, which is our grammarian Toastmaster Sigit. And don't forget to put in the word of the day for this table topic session. All right. All right, Toastmaster Sigit, which topic would you like to choose?
I think Avengers.
Avengers. Okay. All right. Ready?
Right.
So this is your situation. You are one of the Avengers, and you
All
have to
right.
announce to the member, actually to the rest of the world, that
All right.
Thanos has eliminated 50% of the world population. All right, Toastmaster Sigit, are you ready?
Okay, of course I'm ready.
All right, the screen is yours.
All right. Okay. First of all, I'm actually a kind of Batman person, not the Marvel person, but I'm gonna try my best to do it. So Thanos, how we pronounce it, Thanos has eliminated 50% of the population. So what we do as those 50% remaining, of course, we have to unite. We have to keep our heads up, keep that energy of buoyancy going up. We have to, we don't have to surrender of the situation because we still have people, right? We still have people around us. It's not over 50%. I know it's not that much anymore, but it's not that immense anymore. But of course, with the willing and sacrifice, of course, we can just keep pushing forward to defeat, to find a way, to find a solution, how to overcome the situation. Besides, if we see how the world has lost its 50% of population, of course, the way we think will be more clear about how it really compels us to make a good decision, make a proper and immense decision to figure out what we should do next. Just like how the Iron Man, how the Dr. Banner find a solution to bring that stones back from the past, of course, just to find just to make sure that it can be the way how to solve it. So it really compels us. It really attracts the way how we can think fast and proper. I think that's it for me. Back to you, Toastmaster Lisa.
Wow, thank you very much, Toastmaster Sigit. Actually, the message from your speech, I could actually think that, well, this is bad news, but it doesn't mean we should give up. We don't have to surrender. We need to keep going. Thank you very much for reminding that and for using the word of the day, Toastmaster Sigit. All right, so for the next speaker, I would like to call our Toastmasters of the meeting, our Tom, Toastmasters Khairul. All right, so this is our topic, and which one would you like to choose?
I think I'm going to choose number 4, cool aliens.
Cool aliens.
That's tricky.
All right. Okay, I'm going to read the situation for you. You are a president of the country. Wow, that's really cool. You have to announce, sorry for the typo, you have to announce to the citizens that aliens from Mars invaded the country. Okay, are you ready, Toastmasters Khairul? All right, the screen is yours.
My dear citizens, I have to announce that very serious news, very serious development in our country's defense, in our country's security. We've known that SpaceX has explored Mars, that we've astronauts has explored the outer space, has explored the different planets in our galaxy, in our universe. And that turns into something bad into us, that those citizens in the people, the alien in those planets, they came to us, they came to our planet, to the Earth, and then they invaded our country. But this is the time for us, for mankind, for human being, to show our strength, to show that we can unite, that we have power, that we are way above them. So believe in ourselves, believe in humanity, that we together can overcome this, that we together can defeat them. My dear citizens, stay with us, believe in us that we can survive this situation. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, Toastmasters Coirel. There have been like 3 speakers, and overall, I think, how can you come up with such positive messages in every of your speech? And Toastmasters Coirel actually has reminded us that humans are powerful, especially if we are together, we can just overcome everything. Thank you very much, Toastmasters Coirel. Well, let's move on to the next speaker, Toastmaster Sarah. Toastmaster Sarah, I will share my screen again, and which one actually sparks your interest? You, of course, you cannot choose the one that has been chosen.
Which one, Okay, I think romantic wedding.
Romantic wedding. Oh, okay, nice choice. All right, I will read your situation. You are an MC in a wedding party. You have to announce to the guest that the party is canceled. Remember, you can just add in your own reason and your own solution. It's just up to you. All right. Toastmaster Sarah, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. So the screen is yours.
Wait, I want to check the timer. Where is the timer? Yeah, I cannot see. Oh yeah, Raden. Thank you very much. Yes, you are. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Table topic, not mistress, madam. Thank you very much for the questions. Well, yes. So, my beloved audiences, not my beloved audience, but good evening to all attendees, to those who have been invited to our special event today. We are actually about to witness one of the most wonderful processing of 2 couples to become together in a very sermon and holy matrimony ceremony. You know what? When I was invited as the MC for this event, it was like, wow, finally this couple being together. But you know what? Let me tell you a short story of me when I need to bring a glass bottle because I want to send it to my friend in Jakarta. You know what? I brought the bottle, start from the parking lot to my office room. It's about 2 kilometers, not 2 kilometers, 1 kilometers. I didn't realize that the box was vulnerable, so it is not wrapped tightly at the bottom. So I was confident that this bottle is going to be okay. But you know what? Surprisingly, when I was about to open my office door so I can put it in a proper box to send it to Jakarta, it fell from the package and then it was broken. I was thinking like, oh my God. So destiny can take us to anywhere. It's about our readiness. And my friends today, even though we are very excited to witness this couple to be together, but you know what? This couple is like the broken bottles. Maybe today they were not meant to be together, but we never know. Maybe in the next second we will finally witness them to be together. And with my deepest regret that we need to send for the best wishes for this couple because the wedding is postponed. The wedding is not going to happen, but today the wedding is going to postpone, and then maybe we will invite you again if the story gets the proper ending. That's all. Back to table topic master. Oh my God, why is it so hard?
Toastmaster Sarah, not only you make a good MC, it actually sounds very believable. Is it a real situation? Oh, really? Wow, you make this analogy about broken bottles, and I keep thinking, how can bad news sound so beautiful? Well, give a round of applause to our Toastmaster, Sarah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the next speaker. By the way, Toastmasters Bia, are you ready for taking part as the next speaker?
I'm ready, but I wouldn't be able to turn on my camera, sorry.
All right, it's
Because
fine.
like of the signal and everything.
All right, it's fine. Fine. Okay, so which phrase would you like to choose?
I would like to choose happy campers.
Happy campers. All right, so this is your situation. You're a leader of a camping group. You have to announce to your members that you are lost and out of food supply. So again, you can come up with your own reason or your own solution. It's up to you. All right, Toastmasters Bia, are you ready? Toastmasters Bia?
Hello, am I audible?
All right, unfortunately, your voice is choppy over here. All right, so, okay, so let us just welcome Toastmasters Bia. You can start whenever you are ready, all right? The screen is yours.
I'm sorry, it was reconnecting when you were announcing the topic. Could you tell me again?
Okay, so this is your situation, Bia. Okay, you're a leader of a camping group. You have to announce to your member that you are lost and out of food supply. Is that clear for you, Toastmasters Bia?
Yes, it's quite clear.
All right, so the screen is yours. You can start whenever you're ready.
Okay. Dear campers, I'm sorry to say that we have taken a wrong turn for adventure. So it seems. Not to worry, we're on the right path. The right path to a new discovery, that is. We have come to terms that apparently we're lost. And I couldn't seem to figure out where we are, and we're out of food. I know it all comes to an end that we trouble. However, having this difficulty and troubles right now, it challenged us to have a new sense of discovery, to have a new sense of wonder. Let's have the spirit of buoyancy when it comes to facing this, because now that we're out of food, it challenged us to how are we going to be able to find food? It challenged us to how are we going to be able to find a way back home? And by the end of this trip, hopefully, now you'll be able to navigate your own way around nature. So let's get going and not to fret. Everything will be all right.
All right, thank you very much, Toastmasters Bia, for such wonderful speech. Although the voice is a little bit choppy, but we can definitely get your strong message. So what I can learn from your speech is being lost doesn't mean we traveled the wrong direction, right? Because we can find the right path to new discovery. Thank you for such beautiful speech, Toastmasters Bia. All right, last but not least, we go to our last speaker. Although nobody else wants to volunteer, I can just choose from one of you, those who haven't tried this. All right, I would like to invite Toastmasters Alvin to take a role as our next speaker, definitely the last one. And of course, the situation is not hard at all. It's very relatable to our daily life right now.
So COVID or happy campers, right?
No, actually happy campers already taken. So we only have COVID-19. So sorry about that. All right. So
COVID.
This is your situation, Toastmasters Alvin. You are a mayor of Medan. You have to announce to the citizens that the city has to be locked down due to COVID-19. So Toastmasters Alvin, you can choose your own reason, your own restriction, your own solution. It's up to you. All right, are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Toastmasters Alvin, the screen is yours.
Dear citizens of Medan, good afternoon. I know that everyone knows about the COVID-19 from the news, from the newspaper, from the social medias. And I feel sorry, I feel regret to tell you this, but the COVID-19 has reached Medan. And I think as a mayor of the city, I need to do the best for the people of Medan, that I need to ensure that all Medanese are safe during this pandemic. Therefore, after long of the meeting with governments, with the central government and the city governments, with this, I want to announce that Medan will have a lockdown for a month, starting from tomorrow, 14 March 2021, until next month, 14 April 2001. This lockdown will affect all kind of business, schools, and all the public transportations. But we also understand that some people will need to go to markets, to the supermarkets to buy necessities. So it will still be available for everyone. I know this is going to be hard for most people, but I believe if we do this for only 1 month, we can pass through this, because nothing lasts forever, and so this COVID will not last forever. We also already started the vaccination throughout the cities. That's going to be really quick, and we're going to do it very safely and systematic. So people of Medan, do not be afraid, because the hope is still here. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, Toastmasters Alvin, who sounds really like a mayor. Do you agree? He sounds very formal and so concerned about the safety of his citizens. You will make a great mayor, so probably can go for the election next time. I mean it. All right, thank you very much to our table topic speakers, 6 of you who can actually handle the bad news and announce it as beautiful news. Actually, it's a very rare skill and very important skill as well, especially in a company or usually throughout our career. Thank you very much to our table topic speakers. Before I sign off, I would like to share you one wonderful quote that is actually very relatable to our theme today. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a quote from Tyler Gregson. We are the silver lining in any and every dark cloud we could ever find. There is no need to go looking for the light when you bring it with you. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for this opportunity. I will hand this back to our our Toastmasters of the meeting, Toastmaster.
Wow, thank you very much, Toastmaster Lisa. I do really enjoy the table topic session. It's so fresh. The idea is new and it's very engaging, interesting. And also you close it with a very nice, well thought quote that really reflects us into our theme today. Well, that's the end of the table topic session. And don't forget to vote for the best, not the best, but your favorite table topic speaker. And all right, while waiting for your votes, I'm going to introduce to the next speaker in this next session. So the next session is the prepared speech, and the first speaker is our new member. She just joined us in our club, like I think it's a week ago. And I heard that she's a police officer working in Surabaya, and she chose Toastmaster because she wants to improve her public speaking, and she thinks that Toastmaster is a great platform because it is well guided, well structured platform to learn and to improve her public speaking. But before that, and to introduce her, I would just like to call upon the evaluator, Toastmaster Bia, to introduce this very first speaker and our new member in Toastmaster. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Bia to introduce the first speaker. Toastmaster Bia. Toastmaster Bia, you are still muted. Toastmaster Bia.
Hello.
Yes.
Audible?
Yes,
Okay.
you're audible. Just a choppy, but it's all right. Yep.
Sorry, I'm really sorry for my signal. I'm really having trouble right now. So we have Toastmaster Flora with her first project, Icebreaker, and she will be having a speech for about 4 to 6 minutes with the title "The Public Face." Toastmaster Flora, the public face, Toastmaster Flora.
Toastmaster Flora, can you unmute first? Let's still mute.
Toastmaster Flora, yep.
Sorry. For fellow Toastmaster here, thank you for having me. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Flora and I'm a policewoman. Since the first time I became a policewoman, many people do not think that I'm a policewoman. Maybe because of my Kakadu's body language, or because my way of walking is like not as dancing as a cop. I know, I realize. And even at every moment, many people thought the policewoman is my sister, who is taller than me and has an athletic body. And my father's friend, my mother's friend always says like, this is someone who is a cop. This must be someone who is a cop, while pointing at my sister. It's okay. I have a cop since I was 18, 6 years ago. After graduating from high school, I took a test to become a police officer. Then I passed the test. And I went to school in police academy for almost 1 year. And I assigned to work in Police Resort of Surabaya. I'm sure you have heard that name or even come there. I serve as a patrol cop who met the community every day. I regularly patrol in city area, looking out for suspicious thing or illegal activity. I am the public face of the police department to the community who work to build up good relations. I often come to schools to deliver speech to students, a different topic every day like bullying, cyberbullying, how to stop hoax, the danger of drugs, and about the current news, COVID-19 and health protocols. It's a little bit challenging to be a public face of police department because I speak in front of many people, even though it is in Indonesian language, speech in Indonesian language, but it still needs a mentally strong, you know, like I provide information and assume responsibility to the police's reputation. Sometimes I am a little nervous. There are moments when I feel like my speech is not good. My speech is not smooth. The audience do not listen at my speech. People ignore my speech. And, you know, I realize There are so many people hate the police. There are so many people do not like the police. But then I think to myself, and I remember, I deserve love. I trusted to be the public face, and I deserve to be listened. And if I want to be the public face that listened by other people around me, I need to improve my public speaking skill. I will never letting myself getting smaller and hoping that people would notice me, because how can people notice me if I keep getting smaller? I realize the positive interaction between I as a police officer with students or with citizens can help cultivate a foundation of trust, because no matter what happens, the relationship between a police with the community should be harmonious. In the future, my goal is to become an IPO or individual police officer, which the duty is same as my current duties, but carried out it abroad in conflicting country like Sudan, Lebanon, Congo. And if you haven't listened, IPO is an Indonesian contingent under United Nations which conduct civilians protection. I want to be the police officer, the public face of the police officer, not only here in Surabaya, but also abroad in the conflicting country. I was waiting for the moment I can sharing with them, sharing with the refugees, looking at societies every day, and I can provide counseling, I can deliver speech there, and I can give an advice and direction to them and so on. What I have to do to reach my goal is improve my English skill, of course, and I need to improve my public speaking skill, because no person born to be an excellent public speaker. Public speaking is a skill that can be learned and developed. And that's at the moment, that's exactly what I do. So thank you for having me, fellow Toastmaster here.
Well, thank you very much, Toastmaster Flora. Well delivered speech, so now we know who you are and what's your job and what's your future aspiration. And I hope that your aspiration that you can meet your aspiration to become an IPO, independent or international police officer, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully you can achieve your goal, achieve your dream. All right, now for the next speaker, I would like to welcome the evaluator for the second speaker. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Sarah to introduce the second speaker.
Thank you very much, Tom. So our second speaker is, I think I should be the mentee and she should be the mentor and she should be the evaluator of my speech. But then we take turns. So distinguished Toastmasters Ronawati is going to deliver her journey, the introduction of Toastmasters mentoring. The purpose of the project is to clearly define how Toastmasters envision mentoring and to share a little bit her experience of being a prodigy. So without further ado, Toastmasters Ronawati, 5 to 7 minute speech. Hard work and luck go hand in hand. Hard work and luck go hand in hand. Toastmasters Ronawati.
Mentors are an important part of our life. For many of us, our parents are our mentors, as we come to close contact with them on a daily basis. As we grow up, we have other mentors in our life. Who are your mentors? For me, my parents are my mentors. I learned life lessons from my dad. When I was a kid, I had a house chore to sweep a floor. A simple things. Sometimes I felt lazy. because I have to wake up early. So I talked to my dad. Dad, I don't think that I need to sweep the floor every day. It will get dirty again anyway. So my dad said, well, then you don't need to eat because you will get hungry again anyway. So lessons number 1. Simple things matter. Even if we have to do it over and over again. And I would like to share a speech by Admiral McRaven in the University of Texas commencement speech. Let me share the video with you.
Change the world, start off by making your bed. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made, that you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. To pass SEAL training, there are a series of long swims that must be completed.
From the video, we learned that small things like making a bed or sweeping a floor, like what I did in my story, reinforces that little things matter. Small things matter. Changing the world starts from small things and start from us. The second lesson I learned from my father is when I was being lazy, my dad said, hard work and luck go hand in hand. If you work hard, but there is no gold mine in your yard, then even if you dig, you will not find your luck. But if you don't work, if you work and there is no gold mine, so even if you dig, you also don't find the gold. But if you work hard and there is a gold mine in your heart, in your yard, and you dig it, then you find the gold. So both hard work and luck have to go hand in hand. So in my story, your hard work and gold mine in your heart, in your yard, if you do work hard and there's a gold mine, then you will find your luck. We never know where our luck is, but if we don't try and we don't work hard, then we would never get to find our luck. So lesson number 2, even if I work hard, I may or may not find my luck. But if I don't work hard, then I certainly will not find my luck. These 2 important lessons, the first one, simple things matter, and the second one, hard work and luck go hand in hand, have shaped me who I am today. I'm lucky to have my dad as my mentor. Do you have a mentor? If you don't have one, I would suggest to find one. Having a mentor will help you progress in your life faster. Back to Tom.
Oh, I almost forgot that I'm a Tom. I was so immersed into Burona's speech and Toastmaster Rona's speech that I try to reflect on my own life, my personal life that okay, that I forgot that I'm the Tom. All right, thank you, Burona, Toastmaster Rona, for sharing such a great insight into becoming a mentee and finding a mentor and how it reflects and how it relates to our daily life in our life and also the way we pursue dream. Well, I do agree that it is started with simple thing, very simple thing, but we just keep doing it. And then, yeah, luck will happen. Luck will find us. All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Rona. And now let's move on to the next speaker, the last prepared speech speaker. And I would like to welcome the evaluator for the speaker. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Alvin.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Alvin. I will be the third evaluator who's going to be evaluating Toastmasters Jeffrey, who is doing his level 2 project 1. The name of the project is Understanding Your Leadership Style, with the objective of this purpose. The purpose of this project is for the member to identify his or her primary leadership style or styles, with entitled Better Styles and Better Results. In 5 to 7 minutes, please welcome our third speaker, Toastmasters Jeffrey.
Wait, I will share my screen. The research behind leadership is clear. Leaders think differently. But what distinguishes true leaders? Fellow Toastmasters and friendly guests, a few years ago, I had an opportunity to take an internship program in a major fertilizer company. That month changed my life forever. Walking through the hall of this company, hearing him interact with the phone calls, and watching how he tackled projects and challenges was like nothing I had ever seen before. He was like a human behavior hacker. Every single one of his actions is based on how humans work. Throughout the days, I realized that it's not only a manager, but also a higher level leader. When I questioned him about what does leadership means to him, he simply said that leadership is the ability to get extraordinary achievements from ordinary people. And to get there, we, as the leaders, need to have and understand what leadership styles we should implement and in what situations. It refers flexibility, which is shown by our leadership styles. And since then, I've studied hundreds of leaders just like him, looking for styles. It is obvious that leadership matters because the world needs great leaders to take charge. People generally want to follow, but they will only follow someone who they believe can and will do the right thing and will adjust to any circumstance that arises. It speaks that leaders choose their leadership styles based on the circumstances and the end goal. And at this moment, let me share my top 3 leadership styles that I believe will be the most demanded styles for you to bring your team to success. So the first is the structural leader. If you are a structural leader, it means that you know exactly what needs to be done, why it needs to be done, and to what standard. You accept complete responsibility for your staff, for your team, because you choose them, you assign them, and you manage your team with the expectation of excellence. This kind of style will allow you to make quick decisions without the input or challenge of others. It will also allow for more transactional activities to occur. For example, rewarding or punishing team members based on how they manage your personal goals. You can use these styles when your team is already motivated and are experts who need little direction. However, Using these styles doesn't leave much room for flexibility. As well as if you use this style too much or on a team that is already motivated, it will lead to team to feel overwhelmed or stifle innovation. The second is the participative leader. As a participative leader, you make your team feel that you care about them by putting them first. You practice friendship factor, which is made of 3 components: time, care, and respect. You treat the team with the same respect, passion, and understanding. The same way you would treat a family or a friend in your environment. You express care and concern for team as well as their problems. This style will foster a feeling of bonding, belonging, and ownership of the organization. This will also boost your team's morale by allowing them to take part in reaching a consensus on decisions and goals. However, because these participative leaders, sometimes it also allows that the excessive reliance on praise to occur. And this excessive reliance on praise can cause mediocre performance and lack of clear, strong direction for the company. But you can use this participative leader when you need to have fresh ideas or new perspectives, as well as when you have stressful times and when the trust needs to be built. And the last but not the least is the transformational leader. This one is my personal favorite. As a transformational leader, you transform people by tapping into their hopes, dreams, and ideals. You motivate your employees, you motivate your team by motivating yourself. You enhance productivity through high transparency and communication. As a transformational leader, you lead by example, by being excited and committing yourself to everything you say and you do. And these styles will affect people's emotion by painting a big, exciting picture of the future. You can use this style to focus on building lasting personal strengths, because these strengths will make your teammates more successful and confident in you, themselves, and of course, the company. One thing that I would like to say that you need to consider while implementing this style is that you need to have high proficiency and your team is undeviant and willing to change or learn. Because this style will inspire work, alleviate fears, and of course, help you overcome obstacles together. Now, let's back to my story. On the last day of my internship, I got a reminder from the manager. He told me that the process of developing valuable leadership qualities is simple, but not easy. Yeah, nothing worthwhile is easy. The good news is that by developing these styles, you will notice a change in your employer's work or your team. And of course, there is no best and worst styles, as well as there is no best portion of these styles. And yet, each style can be appropriate for specific situations. Sometimes we need only one style, and sometimes we need to combine 2, 3, or more styles. So, ladies and gentlemen, choose your styles wisely to bring your team to success, because better styles, better leaders, and better leaders, better results. Thank you.
Oh, wow, Toastmaster Jeffrey. Now, after hearing what Toastmaster Rona said, and then now listening to your speech, I'm thinking what kind of person I am, what kind of leader I am, and how to lead my team. Well, today's speech made me contemplate a lot, and I'm so grateful to be here to host it as a Tom. And now let's move on to the next session, the evaluation session. And this session will be led by Toastmaster Dini. Toastmaster Dini, please help me welcome Toastmaster Dini.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Koirul. All right, great speech from all of the speakers, from table topic to our prepared speech speakers. Now it's time for evaluation. I would like to start with the individual evaluator. The first evaluator as the one who evaluate Toastmaster Flora on her first project Icebreaker. For that, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Bia. Toastmaster Bia, the floor is yours.
Hello, am I audible? Is my voice more clear than before? Okay, Flora, congratulations for having your first speech in Toastmasters. I'm really happy listening to your speech because I relate to you in the sense of what public face is. And I can tell that you are very passionate about what you're doing and that you really want to have a good public speaking skill that leads you to eventually joining Toastmaster. So you have a very good way when it comes to presenting a storyline and emphasizing on what your purpose is. And I really adore you for that. Keep that up. Not a lot of people has their ways with stories, and I really like that you emphasize on what you're trying to make a point of. In between the stories, you keep emphasizing on the fact that this is why having the public face matters for me personally, and that way we can tell how crucial it is for you. However, if I may suggest you, work on your pauses in between your stories or in between when you're trying to make a point so that you can have a better impact on the audience, so the audience could have a better grasp on what you're trying to say. And make sure to have a gesture that is following along with your story, because gestures, pauses, they have a big impact on the audience and they make the audience relate to you too in a way. So I really like your speech. Keep that up, and I'm looking forward to your future speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bia, for a true evaluation. Now we move to our second evaluator for Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Dini, yours stop.
She probably has connection problem.
Okay, so I'll just take it over on behalf of Toastmaster Dini. So sorry for the inconvenience. So let's proceed to the next evaluator, the second evaluator. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Sarah.
Yes. Wait. Okay. Thank you very much, Toastmasters Khairul. So first of all, I would like to congratulate Ibu Rona for completing your project, Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring. Well, yeah, mentoring is not always about our experience in being a prodigy in Toastmasters, but it can be everywhere, right? And today you share us about your experience as the prodigy of your own parents. And it relates to me especially, maybe for the other audience as well, because our first role models since we were born are our parents. And that's a very great story, the example that you bring us today. Small things lead to big change, and I agree with that, as Malcolm Gladwell in his book Tipping Point said about that. And I was so mesmerized, Ibu, by your options to pick the simple topic, the light one, but it has deep meaning. Okay, it shows us that to inspire people, to share knowledge, to inspire people doesn't need to share about the big story. I mean, you achieve this, you achieve this. No, but by saying that simple things can lead to big change. By making your own bed every day in the morning, that will impact your give a impact in your life. That's wonderful, and especially for a procrastination and lazy people like me, oh, that works. That's the first thing about your content. I love that. And then the second thing is about the way you deliver. So your opening, you give the statement, and then you have a packed body of the speech, and then you wrap it nicely with the conclusion, the 3 points. I still remember that. And then the delivery itself, you always recall your points. So once you finish one point, and then when you move on to the next point, you always recall it. For example, when you say after making your own bed, after the small things, the hard work and luck go hand in hand. So you repeat again to make sure us as the audience to still follow your speech. That's nice. And then the third one is about the technical things. So when you position your face in front of the camera, I like the distance that you put. So it's not too far, it's not too close. I can see your face, I can see your eye contact, and then the light bright. I love it. And then the second thing about the technical thing is when you share the video, there was no technical problems, because some speakers tended, maybe because they didn't try it out first, so they had some problems when they share the video, but you make it smooth, so it helps to make a smooth transition in your speech. So again, your topic, and then your recall, and then the technical things that you make, it was wonderful. However, in Toastmasters, we need to give input, right, feedback for the room of improvement. Only 2 things that I would like to note for today is the movement, the stance. I mean, even though you have a good stance like this, but then you tend to move like back and forth, back and forth. I mean, if you want to emphasize the point, or maybe you want to tell the story more about when you and your parents interact, it would be better if you move from one point to the other point. So yeah, once you show us like this when you talk to your father, but maybe you can utilize the space, because I see you have a big room there. And then the second one is about your vocal variety. Even though I love your pace, it's not too fast, not too slow. We are the audience in this virtual meeting. Of course, we sometimes we are hindered by a technical problem, and your pace help us a lot to follow the clarity of your speech. Then the energy that we need is the audience. I mean, you can play a little bit with your vocal. When you are emphasizing a weak point, just make it like flat. But if you are emphasizing the strong point, you can give pause for a little while, so people can absorb and it can stick to our minds. All in all, Ibu Rona, it is amazing. Thank you very much for reminding us about small things can lead to big change. I hope everyone here can take beneficial things from your speech. Back to Toastmasters of the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sarah, for evaluating Toastmaster Rona, for delivering such great evaluation. But I will pass again the ballot to Toastmaster Dini. I think she's joined us again after the connection issue, or not. Please, a moment.
She hasn't.
Oh, I don't think that Toastmaster Dini managed to come back again. Still has connection issue. Oh, that's all right. Okay. Now let's move on to the next evaluation. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Alvin to evaluate Toastmaster Jeffrey.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting. So Toastmaster Jeffrey, you're doing your level 2 project 1, understanding your leadership style, where the purpose of to identify your primary leadership style or styles. All right. So one thing that I realized about your speech is actually your personalities as well, because I can see that your structure of speech is very practical, efficient, and really straightforward about how you explain about the leadership styles, and what is the importance of leadership And then you move on to the types of leadership styles, and then you go to the closing, which is really straightforward and efficient. So I kind of like it because it is simple to understand. And the second things that I really like about your speech is that you also provide us the visuals, the slides, because things like this, they are so technical. And if you just go with audio, people will be having hard time to understand what you're talking about. But you provide the visuals in the slides form for people to understand. And I think it's a very great move in order to deliver your message to the audience. Yet, I also realized that the first sentence that you say to us, and I believe that is the most important sentence of the whole speech, is the first sentence that you said. And you said, wait, let me share my screen. Well, obviously, I think it is, some people would see it as okay, but it's going to kind of like ruin the whole atmosphere of your speech. So it's much better you can actually open it with kind of like a greetings or something like that. So it's going to build a bridge between you and the audience while you're setting up your slides. Instead of say, wait, let me share my screen. And then you suddenly start with such a sudden. So I also realized that your pace is a little bit too fast, that we're doing this kind of speeches online, right? So sometimes the technology is kind of tricky, that sometimes our voice cannot be heard clearly to the audience. So we need to have a really good trick or technique in order our voice can reach them. So it is either to control our pace, or we can say things vocally clearly, more clearly. So, and then about the object itself, about the object of your speech, that it is to identify your own leadership style. Because I didn't listen, I didn't hear anything about your personal leadership style. So I would like to know more about it, if it is possible, maybe in the future or things like that. But anyway, your speech is overall well done. It is straightforward, it is efficient and really easy to understand. And then you shared something practical and important, yet it is easy to understand. So I hope that you can deliver a better speech, a better structured speech with more of examples of your personal experience in the future. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Alvin. It's such a relief. Thank you.
No, I just ran. Someone rang the bell a minute, like 30 seconds before you guys called me. So I ran downstairs and go back up. So I'm trying to catch my breath. Oh my god.
Okay, now
What a
you can
timing.
take a break. All right, thank you for your evaluation. All right, now we have another evaluator. Now I will evaluate Toastmaster Lisa because she is doing her project, active listening. So the purpose of this project is, is for the member to demonstrate her ability to listen to what others say. So, okay, Toastmaster Lisa did well on preparing the table topic. She prepared the slide and explained it very well about the purpose of her session. And I really like it. And also, Toastmaster Lisa also give comment after every speaker. She did well on that. How she elaborate and paraphrase each speaker speech before. And that's proving that she did well on listening and giving feedback to the speakers. And to make her more proficient in listening, in active listening, it will be good if she also probably she can put the thing that she like, or the word that she like, the quote that she like about the speakers, what the speaker said. It will give the audience something like in a speech we have like call to action. Probably Toastmaster Lisa can wrap up until we know what to do from every speaker's set before. And also, I would like to challenge Toastmaster Lisa to practice more and active listening. By next time, I challenge you to be a moderator of a speech, of an education. It will be nice when you challenge again, be a moderator. Maybe next meeting we can invite someone, an expertise, and you lead the you lead the session as the moderator. Overall, I like your session, Toastmaster Lisa. I like how the way you respond to the speakers, and I hope next time you can do more by trying to be a moderator. And that's all from me as the evaluator. Now, before my team report their note, I would like to ask the ballot counter, can we start the session now? Vote for this for the favorite speakers for prepared speech and evaluator. Oh, okay. All right. So click the link to choose your favorite speakers. While waiting for that, maybe the role takers can prepare themselves. Okay. Can we proceed to the next session? All right. For the next session, I would like to call. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Alvin, for helping us today. Good luck with your event after this, and see you next time. Okay, now for the next session, we have our grammarian first. Are you ready, grammarian? Sigit, are you ready with your session?
I think so.
Okay, time is yours, Sigit.
Okay. Before I start my session, please cast your vote as I texted you on the group chat. I'll give you 1 minute, 1 or 2 minutes. Text me privately. All right, 1. Go forward. Oops, sorry. We've still got 1 minute. "30 seconds left. I think, okay, I think that's all. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. All right. Yep, that's it. Thank you so much for casting your vote. Now I've already had our today's quote. Okay. Please wait a second. I'm preparing my my slide right now. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for patiently waiting for me. Please welcome to my session. Of course, this is my session, my grammar sessions. As I mentioned to you before, please wait. I'm audible? Okay, thank you. So let's dive into the first part of my session. So this is about our grammar performance from the whole performance of all of you guys. So, but before we get into the first part, I have two quotes that might sound interesting for you. So the first one comes from Leonard Cohen, and the second one is Martin Luther King Jr. So so they are pretty much related to our today's theme, which is about silver lining. The first one, there's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. The second one is, the second one says, only in the darkness can you see the stars. Both reflects how behind every stripes, every difficult things, there is still a hope to make us to come forward, to keep up, to overcome. All right, that's it for the quote from both wise men. Let's get into the first part. So about our grammar performance. This is just a brief explanation about what I've got, particularly about the grammar performance. So the first thing, as you can see, I've got the tenses part. So overall, we have got 95% of progress. You all did well with your grammar. Only, sorry. I'm not feeling good today. So only a few things that I need to remind you is about the use of s in a verb when it follows with single noun. So just like this one, it depends. It should be it depends. And the second one is when you've got a verb refer, it mostly and commonly followed with to. The green one which is about the part of speech. Of course, everyone has performed well with this kind of part of speech. But one thing that I need to mention is about the use of harmony, the noun form, and the harmonize, which is the verb form. So we need to keep in mind, if we want to use the verb one, we use the harmonize instead of the harmony. So we have to pay attention at the discourse, at the context of something that we need to talk about. So overall, we've got 98. Sorry, I haven't fixed that 95% of overall progress. That's it for our grammar's performance. So the second one, maybe you have already known before. It is about pronunciation. So I've already made a sign for each word, of course. The first one, lining. I did my mistake on that one. I pronounced it improperly by saying leaning because I was quite nervous. So yes, it is pronounced lining, of course. And the second one, we've got this one. Please, can you help me how to pronounce it? Everyone?
Individual, afraid?
No, Afraid, yeah, afraid one. Afraid, yes. We've got a sound for the vowel, not a. But yeah, sometimes we mistake the pronunciation by saying afraid instead of having a as the vowels, and that is quite understandable because sometimes distinguishing the sound of vowel a and a is quite tricky because we just say it subconsciously. So the third one, can you help me with that one?
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. You need to emphasize the z sound from that X instead of saying exactly with less stress on that X sound. So it will be more proper. Of course, it would be good if we emphasize that z sound. So it sounds exactly instead of exactly. The fourth one. How about that?
Either.
No, the fourth one, the D one. The D.
Individual.
Yes. Some people might pronounce it individual with these, with the sound of the, but it will be more posh, if I must say, if we come up with the instead of the. So instead of individual, we come up with individual, individual. That would sound more authentic. That would sound more, British, things like that. The last one. How about that?
Either.
This is either. You sing E?
Yeah.
E or either?
Either.
All right. Both using I and E are correct because there is no particular correct pronunciation to pronounce the A one here. So if you pronounce either, that is correct, and if you pronounce it either, that is also correct. But mostly British people will use either. If you know Michael Caine, he is quite renowned, of course. He mostly says either instead of either, but either is also correct. That's it for the pronunciation session. So let's move on to the third part of my session, which is about creative use, I must say. That's why I call it You and I Are on the Same Page. I'm afraid that I couldn't find any idioms spoken and performed during the meeting, but there are 3 new words. It's not that new, but it is something that we might not pretty much familiar with. So the first one is severance. Severance is about ending a relationship or contract. If we have the situation like Ibu Ronawati Wongso had during her table topic session, severance cash or pay, if I'm not mistaken. That is about the payment given during the end of the contract because the company has gone bankrupt. If that is the context of company or business, severance is about ending a contract or relationship. So fret means being upset or worried. So it's a verb, of course. Actually, I almost misheard it because someone said this term almost the same way, just like pronouncing afraid. So because both means the same, fret and afraid. So, but actually, she mentioned fret. The third one is immersed. I know maybe some of you have been quite familiar with this. It means captivated. I think captivated with what people has done or what people has said. So like how you surprisingly excited with that person or with that thing. So the phrase, the last one is the phrases. I know this one is very, very common, but still worth mentioning on my session. Keep up. Keep up means we need to carry on. We need to increase. We need to improve better and better. That's it. That's it for my grammar session. So before I close my session, of course, as I have already told you on the group chat, I have picked our today's quote, and that one is simple thing matters. Of course, it is so wise, it is so subtle, so simple, but it is really meaningful, deeply meaningful. And I haven't mentioned to you about the use of buoyancy. I'm afraid that I was the only one who mentioned the word of the day, the buoyancy, so it has to be one, but that's okay. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you find it quite useful. I hope you find some insights, and I hope you learned something from my session, and I'll see you the next time. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay.
Toastmaster Dini, is she here? Is she here? I'm afraid Toastmaster Dini still has connection issue. So again, with me, bear with me. All right, just carry on the session. And the thing that we haven't covered here is the counter report, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? Counter. All right. Okay. So let's just carry on.
Am I audible?
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Oh, wait. Okay. So, okay, now I will deliver my finding, and I will say that overall, all the speakers here are very good and very aware with what they're saying. And I only find a little amount of filler sound, such as in table topic session, Toastmaster Sigit got 3 Toastmaster Sarah got 6 and 1 and for prepared speech session, Toastmaster Flora only got 2 Toastmaster Jeffrey got 3 and for evaluation session, Toastmaster Sarah got 3 Toastmaster Alvin got 1 and Toastmaster Dini got 2 Yeah, that's all what I can tell you about. Thank you. Back to GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sarah. But I'll take over. The G is not here yet, so thank you for evaluating us. Right, let me check the agenda. Which session hasn't been covered yet? I think the timer report is already done by the chat. No need to, do you still need to report it? No, right? Okay, so let's carry on to the next agenda for today's meeting. And the next session is, it should be the general evaluator session, but because he's not here, let's proceed to the ballot counter report, the award session. Ballot counter, do you have the result yet?
Yes, I have the result. And luckily, I've just lost my connection like a while ago because it's raining really hard here. And I think that's why the general evaluator is actually, she disappears because I lost my connection as well. I'm so sorry about this. All right, so let's go to our award session. Are you excited to know the result of our favorite speakers today. All right, so without further ado, let me announce our favorite table topic speaker goes to, congratulations to Toastmasters Ronawati for being our favorite table topic speaker. Wow, she is very successful in turning bad news into a good one, and she makes really a good leader. All right, let's go to our favorite prepared speech speaker. So our favorite prepared speech speakers goes to also Toastmasters Ronawati. So she won double favorite today. This must be your lucky day, Toastmasters Rona. All right, last but not least, we'll go to our favorite evaluator. So our favorite evaluator goes to someone who's actually not here, Toastmasters Dini, our president. All right, so thank you very much. I will give the control back to our Tom.
Yep, thank you, Bell Counter, for delivering the award session for today's meeting. And because there's still no news from the general evaluator, and I don't want to delay any further, so we'll just skip the general general evaluator's evaluation, and we'll just have it internally with our club. So I think that marks the end of our meeting today. Thank you everyone for coming. A moment.
She's back. She's back.
She's back. All right, Toastmaster Dini. We'll just wait for a couple seconds for Toastmaster Dini to join us again. Okay, so Toastmaster Dini, time is yours to deliver your GE report.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Koiru. I'm really sorry because just now I got some trouble. Overall, the meeting runs quite well. Even though, yes, we late around 5 minutes, but I think we managed to end the meeting like 10 minutes before the schedule. And I would like to say thank you, my appreciate to all the role takers, Toastmaster Sigit for a very true report. I love his session. It's very informative and also giving us some insight on the grammar and also pronunciation. I hope this session will help us to be better with our English skill. And also I would like to say, because I didn't hear from counter, I'm really sorry I cannot give my feedback on the counter, but I believe that Toastmaster Zahra did her best on her session. Thank you, Toastmaster Zahra. And also for Toastmaster Raden, even though before we had some miscommunication until we forgot to inform you, to remind you about the meeting, but thank you for helping us. I really appreciate that you really check on the timer for each speaker very well. And also you reported on our chat box, so we get the information updated. Thank you, Toastmaster Raden. And for the evaluator, we only have Sarah here. And sorry, Toastmaster Sarah, I cannot give you feedback because I got trouble before. But thank you for helping us. Everything ran very well. From Tom also did a good job. Thank you for covering for me. And also thank you for Toastmaster Lisa. The session, your table topic session is really amazing. We tried something new on how handling conflict, because as far I remember, there is a project in the old manual about how handling this kind of thing, how we respond to some hard situation. And that one is the important skill for us to learn as well. And I think that's all from me. Toastmaster Koirul, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Dini. You just come back just right on time, just right before I close the meeting. I adjourn the meeting. All right. So, well, everybody give quotes, but I don't. I just try to match the topic with my background. So I put a dark background and just put lights on me so that it looks like a silver lining. But just never mind. Okay, thank you very much everyone for joining us here, for learning together with us here, for all the efforts made to be speakers, to be role players here in our meeting. Thank you very much. We do really appreciate your effort, and we're truly sorry for any mistakes, any glitch that we had during the preparation and today's meeting as well. And to adjourn this meeting, I will just give the control back to President to adjourn today's meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Koirul. Again, I like to say thank you because I really appreciate what our fellow Toastmasters and even our distinguished guests do in our meeting. So without further ado, as the president of Toastmasters, Surabaya Heroes Toastmasters Club, club number 2928105, this meeting officially adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Bye. See
Thank
you
you,
Goodbye. See you
Toastmaster
next one.
Sarah. I'm sorry for the
Bye-bye.
inconvenience.
Everyone.